Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we start into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. You don't have to, especially because no one is watching this, but that's okay, because I'm making it anyway. I'm making it for me, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. I thought it would be fun to look at the absolute worst music that I had the displeasure of hearing this past year. So we're going to start with the 10 worst songs, and then tomorrow I'm going to post the 10 worst albums that I heard. Number 10. Hardy is a guy who I always found very funny because his music is just so terrible. So here we are. Hardy is a guy who tries to blend country with more metal, new metal, hard rock elements. It talks about a guy who is a redneck, living the redneck life on some farm, some rural area maybe, and people are like, hey buddy, you should get a job, you should look up the employment papers, maybe go online, maybe check Indeed.com. But all he wants to do is, as Hardy says, lay his money down and shoot his gun to the sky, and when we get to the chorus, he goes, pow, pow, pow! And he gets to a part in the song where Jim Bob says that he is gonna live this redneck life until it kills him. And that's when we get to the drop. He does this heavy metal drop there that just reminds me of the worst music possible from the likes of Fred Durst and Saliva. And yeah, country and new metal, not a good match. Maybe don't do it. Number 9. JoJo Siwa's song Karma was a rebranding of her entire aesthetic. She went out to create a genre called, according to her, gay pop, which, gay pop has existed for, decades now. She released a song called Karma. Now, this was not an original song from her, but rather a song written by a man named Desmond Child and also a production group that has worked with a lot of Disney Channel stars called Rock Mafia. The song was originally given to Miley Cyrus back in 2011, but because of her contract with Disney, she was unable to take the song and make it her own. So instead was given to a singer named Britt Smith, although it was never released until JoJo Siwa's version came out, and it was released shortly after. Now, JoJo Siwa, she tried to make it seem like she wrote some of the lyrics. She's basically a pretty shady bitch. Go back to wearing your friggin' crossing guard outfits or whatever you were doing before, because this is just silly. Number 8. Imagine Dragons keep putting out some terrible stuff. Talking about Take Me to the Beach from their 2024 album Loom. It's an acoustic pop song meant to be kind of tropical and vibey and summery. They continue putting out some of the most irritating, annoying music ever because whenever they write their hooks, there's usually a lot of yelling, a lot of repetition. And in this song, he is yelling about how he prefers the beach to either mountainous zones, such as maybe like Utah or Colorado, perhaps. And he just winds up yelling, "Take me to the beach!" Somebody take his ass to the beach because I need him to shut up. Number 7. Dylan Mulvaney is a trans woman who is known for her TikTok account, which actually has over 10 million followers. Now, I'm sure she's awesome. She cannot sing. She cannot sing. This is some of the most awkward vocals and lyrics coming from a song that sounds like it would be better in, honestly, like the year 2000, maybe even 99. And number 6. I'm not going to go into detail about how wild and crazy the rap beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake was last year. So I'll just say that in late April and early May of last year, both rappers were releasing pretty great tracks. I think most people would say Kendrick with Euphoria and Meet the Grams kind of winning. Drake also released songs like Family Matters and Push-Ups, which is pretty decent. That all ended when Drake responded to Kendrick's incredible diss track, Not Like Us, a day after it was released, with the Heart Part 6, which basically said, how can I be a pedophile? I'm too famous. Bro. Bro. Bro! Bro! Number 5. I really wish that I didn't know who Lil Mabu was. I wish I didn't know who Lil RT was, but here I am talking about a song called Big Dog Shit, which really should be illegal. You should not have a young 20-something rapper talking about how much pussy he gets while also in a song with a literal fucking child. What are we doing? Number 4. I don't know who You Know Miles is. I think he's made for Gen Z. I'm a millennial. I don't get it. It's not funny. This is just horrendous. He's just not on beat. Number 3. Grippy. I call her that because it's grippy. I think he's talking about this woman's vagina. She thick in the hips. She a hippie. That wouldn't really make you a hippie. That more your outlook on life, and if you smoke a lot of weed and listen to Grateful Dead. But anyway, and she thick in the lips. She gonna lick me. That's an assumption. And she's sending a flick when she hit me. I don't know what that means. With a kissy emoji, she miss me. When she see me, she say she gonna strip me. She gonna chew on this stick like it's Wrigley's. So she's gonna give him head and use her teeth and chew on his dick. I assume blood will be pouring out of his cock. I guess he's into that. Believe it or not, like Ripley's. That is a reference to Ripley's Believe It or Not. She said she was gay until I slayed. Now she's strictly dickly. I can't. I'm done. Number 2. Facts. Tom MacDonald is Canadian and consistently makes the worst rap music of all time. How can he outdo himself? He's gonna use Ben Shapiro, who is not a rapper, who sounds like an AI robot. I don't want to think about it. Let's move on. And finally, number 1. Yeah, this was easily my least favorite song of the year. I can't believe Nicki Minaj thought this was a flex, especially when Megan Thee Stallion released a pretty fun album this year. Wasn't perfect or anything, but there were some pretty great songs on there, including a diss track, Hiss. There were a lot of snake-related tracks, including Hiss and Boa and Cobra, off her album from last year, Megan. Yeah, someone didn't like These Hoes Ain't Mad at Megan, These Hoes Mad at Megan's Law. Someone got real offended and decided to make a diss track that is about 9.5 minutes long, longer than most Swan songs, with one of the most generic beats that I can only assume that Nicki must have been pressed for time and went on to www.freesamples.com and maybe paid that $5 subscription and was like, oh, here's generic beat number 4. Oh, yeah, that works. Let's do 2 minutes of some bullshit psychopath ASMR at the end of the song. She gets way too close to the mic. It makes me very uncomfortable. It is one of the most offensive diss songs I've ever heard. Easily the worst diss song of 2024, which is saying something because Drake and J. Cole both released some questionable diss songs, but none were this tacky. None were this disrespectful, vile, disgusting, deplorable. Nicki should retire. That's gonna do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and give me a kiss.